Hi, my name is Jim Holland. I'm in cohort number 10, and this is my submission for the Power Up Final App Challenge. This is my consumer-facing Canvas app. Got navigation elements at the top. These are stored in a container to give me consistent navigation throughout. I go to the shopping screen. I've got a gallery in the center that has my current inventory. Got some filters on the left. I've got a search bar at the top. I can combine search and filter to give me more granular results. On the right-hand side, I have another gallery to show a visual representation for the items that I've added to my shopping cart. Got my chatbot at the bottom that I'll demo later. In terms of features, I can favorite shoes, for example, by clicking on the hearts for these white and red shoes. Go to my favorites. I've now got them here on my favorites page. I can choose to add them to my cart here if I want, or I can simply remove them. I'll remove them for this exercise. Go back to shop. Let's do some searching. Say I want red shoes. And I don't know if these are men's or women's, so I'm going to filter by women's. And I'll filter as well by canvas. You'll notice over here, my active filters are listed, now women's and canvas. I'm going to add a few pairs to my cart. I've got a modal that pops up, basically allowing me to continue shopping or go to cart. I'm going to keep shopping. Let's clear out my filters. We'll do some additional shopping. I'll look for some trail shoes. I want men's trail shoes. And these will be great. So we're going to add a couple pairs, keep shopping. We'll add a couple pairs of the red ones, keep shopping. You'll notice as I add items to my cart, I have a red circle up here with a number. That number indicates how many items I have in my cart. Again, I've got the running inventory here. And I've got a running total of cost plus tax and shipping. Excuse me. I'm ready to check out, so I'll click check out. And I can review my cart before I make a submission. Let's say I only want a single pair of canvas shoes instead of 3 pairs. When I change this to 1, the total here is going to change. The item total as well is going to change. You'll see both of those were successful. If I decide that I don't want these shoes, I can click the X to remove them from my cart. Okay, this looks good. I'm ready to make a purchase. So I'm going to enter some names. Okay, pardon my typing, click place order. Now I get a confirmation page saying it was successful. I can keep shopping if I want, or I can simply go home. So on the back end, what's actually happening, I'm storing data in both Dataverse and SharePoint lists. I wanted to have experience with both. So my inventory is in Dataverse, my order information is in SharePoint. I'm going to refresh these lists. I have 2 of them. I have an ordered items list that tracks each individual item and how many times they've been ordered and what order they are assigned to. This order ID is a key field. Likewise, it's tied to this list also by order ID. So if I scroll down to the very bottom, I'll see that Dave Davidson just placed a new order. He is order number 17. This is the total. This is his information. If I go to my other list and I filter order ID on number 17, I'll see all the items that Dave ordered, both quantity and price. We've also got a Power Automate automation. Since I don't have access to Outlook on this account, I'm just using a Cloudflow to send a notification to Teams. So if I pop over to Teams, I'll see my notification just came in, click on activity, and this is basically sending a note to the person who submitted the request with details about their shipping information. I go back, let's take a look at the chat bot. So if I click on the icon anywhere in the app, my Power Virtual Agent is going to load, and I can start asking it questions. Let's start with, where is your store located? It's going to give me a couple of options. I'll choose Fishers, and here's the address. That did answer my question. Yes, 5 stars for you, soulmate. I do have another question. Let's ask, what is your return policy? 90 days free, awesome. How long does shipping take? It's going to ask me what state I live in. Based on that state, I'm going to get a different set of results for shipping. Vermont's $15, that's acceptable, we'll take it, thank you. I'm looking for shoes, awesome. And yes, that answered my question. 5 more stars for you, soulmate. I do have another question. What type of shoes do you sell? It's going to look in Dataverse to find product categories. I'm going to be prompted here to choose. I'm going to choose product type. I want trail running shoes. My size is 13. They do have them in stock. Awesome. And my last question, SoulStyle seems like a great place to work. Do you have any job openings? And are you interested in working for SoulStyle? Yes, I am. Fortunately, they're not hiring, but they do have an influencer program. Are you interested? Yes, I am. Okay, provide your email address, and it's going to submit that back to Dataverse, and then they'll be in touch soon. So that's my Copilot app. From an employee standpoint, if I pop over here, this is the employee inventory portal. This is the Canvas app that allows employees to interact with the inventory. So as I select items over here, you'll notice this view only form gives me the item details. I can search if I want. It'll show specific items based on search criteria. This list is sorted most recently modified item at the top. I can make changes to it if I click the pencil icon. Let's say we just had some new stock come in. So I'm going to change that quantity to 15. I click submit. It's going to save that back to Dataverse. Likewise, if I want to add a new item, I can click the green plus bar, and let's just enter some test information here for the sake of time, and I'll click submit. And now that's adding a new record to Dataverse. So a couple things are going to happen. That test item is going to bubble up to the top because, again, we're sorting by most recently modified. And there's also another Power Automate Cloud Flow that's going to send a workflow notification through Teams to the manager of the inventory group. That just came in here. We'll look at that in a second. But obviously, since this is a test, I don't really want this in Dataverse, so I'm going to delete that record from Dataverse by clicking on the trash can icon. Let's pop over to Teams. We'll look at this workflow notification. So this would have been delivered, again, presumably to an inventory manager with the information about the item that was just added to inventory. Since this is a test, that's pretty nonsensical, but there you have it. And also as an employee, I have the option to go directly to my model-driven app by clicking on the database icon. So to do that, it's going to open up a tab. It's going to take me to my inventory form, where I will then have the ability to perform basic inventory management. I can search, sort, filter. I can add additional items. I can edit additional items. Let's say for this one, it's sold out. So we're going to say 0 items now, save and close. So that's going to commit that change back to my Dataverse table. All right, for the last piece to show, I'll pull up my Power BI report. Unfortunately, for some reason, I was unable to connect to my Dataverse inventory table. Unsure why. I tried multiple times, and the connection just wasn't successful. Tried multiple machines, no luck. So what I've got here is ultimately what I'm left with, which is sales data from my SharePoint lists. So it's an extremely simple and somewhat non-informative sales dashboard, but hopefully it shows you that there's some competency here with Power BI. I've got a drop-down filter over here where I can search by ordered items, and obviously I can filter by gender, for example, men's and women's. I can look at order numbers, total sales, again, orders by category, sales by category. And then I've got a couple of cards up here to kind of show some KPI type information. So that's it. Had a lot of fun in this program. Really enjoy it. Thanks.